Hi, in this video we are going to look at the virtual system configuration and deployment, and we are going to first take a look at the general configuration steps to the web interface, and then we are also going to look at the different configuration examples, keeping in view or looking at a particular deployment scenario. The basic configuration steps that we are going to follow include enabling the virtual system function on the firewall. We can do this through the web interface or through the command line interface. Once we have enabled this, then we create the virtual system. In creating the virtual system, we have to configure a resource class. We will see what a resource class is. This is like a template which is used for assigning resources to a virtual system. And then we assign interfaces and set the public interface. Then we allocate the VLANs, and then we configure the public IP addresses to this virtual system. So first off, the first step is enabling the virtual firewalling or the virtual system. So we go to the dashboard. On the dashboard, we can see the virtual system heading in the system information. And from here, we click the configure button, and then the virtual system configure button, we enable it. Simply we check the enable checkbox, and once we've done this, then virtual system has been enabled on this firewall. However, this is just enabling the feature on the firewall. We need to create the virtual systems on the firewall and allocate resources to those firewalls or to those virtual systems. The next important step that we have to take, includes configuring a resource class. As I mentioned earlier, resource class is the configuration, or resource class is the object or the place where we allocate resources. Where we can allocate resources to different virtual systems. How this is done is that we create one or more resource classes, allocate resources to those classes, and these classes then act as templates. Then we can assign these templates to different virtual systems, and therefore those virtual systems are going to inherit all the resource allocations that have been configured in these resource classes. In order to do this, we click on the system tab, then we go to the virtual system tag, then we go to tab 2, then we go to the resource class, and in this resource class we add a new resource class, we give it a name, and then we configure the different options or different parameters, assign different resources to this resource class, and which can then be indirectly assigned to the virtual systems. So this is how we create the resource class using the web interface on the firewall. The next step is to create a virtual system. Once again, system and virtual system heading, we go to the virtual system sub tab, and here we create a new virtual system. We add a new virtual system, and here we have the basic settings, the interface settings, the VLAN settings, and the IP address settings. We assign all these settings to the virtual system. So we assign the basic settings where we give the name, and if you want to give a description, we can give the description. And here important thing is, here we are going to import the resource class which we configured in the last step, or any resource class that is already available to us. We can see that resource class in the drop down menu, and we allocate or assign that resource class to this particular virtual system. Once this is done, then we assign the interfaces. The next assignment is interface settings. We add the interfaces to this virtual system. What we do is that we'll have all the interfaces available here. We allocate different interfaces, or we add different, or we can say we bound different interfaces to this virtual system. We can add or remove interfaces to this virtual system. After this, once that is done, we can configure the interfaces as the public interface. Once the interface has been assigned to a virtual system, we just have to tick this checkbox to make this interface the public interface for that particular virtual system. If you remember, we said that we can configure any interface as a public interface for traffic monitoring and traffic measurement purposes. So this is how we assign an interface or define an interface as a public interface. Similarly, we can also assign different interfaces to the virtual system. So we go to VLAN settings, and we can add different VLANs to the particular virtual system. And finally, we can assign the different IP addresses or public IP addresses to the virtual system. We go to IP address settings, and we assign either dedicated public IP addresses to this virtual system, or we can assign shared IP addresses to this virtual system. Public, dedicated or exclusive IP addresses means that these IP addresses cannot be used by any other virtual system. And shared IP address ranges means that if there are certain shared services running in our network, then we can assign those shared IP addresses to this virtual system, and other virtual systems can also be using those shared IP addresses. However, the exclusive IP addresses can only be used by this particular virtual system. So this was the basic configuration. Now we are going to look at some configuration examples and see in an actual scenario or according to actual requirements how we do this configuration step by step. So in the next video we are going to look at the particular example of virtual system implementation in a network.